All right, we're here for episode 23 of the HopCast.
Hello, 23. Welcome aboard.
So I am Brad Chmielewski.
My name's Ken Hunnemeder.
Don Radlund.
I'm Mitchell Radlund.
With us again.
We have the Radlund brothers back once again.
Can't get rid of us.
They heard about the barley wines and they were at the door like 2 minutes later.
Yeah.
Knocking.
Literally.
I called Don. I'm like, hey, we're doing barley wines. Knock, knock, knock.
I left work for this. I just said I gotta.
He's on his
go.
lunch break. He's got to go back. Not really. No.
But we have some really good barley wines here today.
Yeah, we've got one from Three Floyds. This is their Behemoth Barley Wine.
And just so everyone knows, we're not sponsored by Three Floyds or anything.
Not sponsored by anyone yet.
We have them on the HopCast
Yet.
a lot. Three Floyds, you might want to sponsor us. We might have to cut you off. You know.
They're in my 5, I know that. And we also have a barley wine from Hair of the Dog.
Right, which I need to thank Maura and Ted for this. This is my birthday present. So shout out to
Shout
them.
out!
Thank you, thank you very much. Ted, who watches the HopCast regularly, loves this.
Nice.
That must be Ted Collins.
Yes, Ted Collins.
I recognize him. See his name all over the place.
And he's a big fan of the Fred and Adam, which we had on that HopCast
Delicious
special.
Delicious beers.
Yeah, delicious. Hair of the Dog could be one of my favorite in Portland. Especially that you can get bottled.
All right, so we're out in Portland with Hair of the Dog.
Yeah.
And then to note, this is their Doggie Claws barley wine. So this is
It's seasonal. They brew it September time, and then it comes out November.
Yeah, it says festive, hoppy, clean, and reverent.
Right.
And
So-
it has a bulldog with a Santa Claus hat, and it also has some menorahs there too. So it's a holiday beer. Not
Just
Christmas.
so everyone knows, they gave me 2 for my birthday, so one's in the cellar. So next birthday, if you're thinking of me, in 2009, that might be nice to compare.
Always laying the groundwork
Yeah.
there.
Wink, wink.
All right, so which one would you like to do first?
I know Brad's been
I'm-
itching to dig into the.
I'm
the
excited
dog.
for the Doggie Claws, so
All right.
let's start with that.
Start with Hair of the Dog.
Something we should note about
say,
the Hair of
before
the
you
Dog
open
is I believe all of their beers are bottle conditioned.
Yeah.
So they all have the sediment at the bottom, which
Lots.
is really interesting for a barley wine, too.
Yeah, the yeast is there. There's been yeast added to the bottle itself to carbonate it, and because there's live actual activity in there, it will continue to age very, very well.
Right. And at 11%. It's going to age.
That's gonna help too.
Extremely well.
So let's pour it out, see how it goes.
Okay. And so we should note that even though it's called barley wine, it's still a beer.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
The term barley wine just comes from its insane alcohol percentage.
Yeah, it's extremely high, which it's noted as the highest, but we had the Bourbon County Stout, which was at 13. But I think usually the barley wines are the highest.
Mm-hmm. They were like back in the day. It's an old English style of beer, and the English ones are usually really high in alcohol, obviously, but also malty.
Right.
American barley wines usually have a lot of hops in it.
More hoppy, yeah. Because the Americans love the hops.
That's how it goes.
Right.
But it pours cloudy, nice burnt orange.
Right, it's got a dark color at the bottom, especially mine, because I got the last bit, but it's a lot heavier at the bottom.
Little tequila sunrisey.
Right.
Smells like fresh hops right out of the chute there.
It's Hair of the Dog's beers all smell really hoppy and just
Very floral. I'm getting that pine as well.
grapefruit and
But you can also smell the sweetness that's going to back it up too.
All right. Mm-hmm. All right. Let's do this.
Cheers, guys.
Wow, that is rich in your mouth.
It's rich.
Rich, yeah.
That's really good.
Viscous. Like you would expect from a barley wine. I think this is
Yeah.
I think this is a nice marriage between the styles of English and
Right.
American.
Yeah.
It has a really good hoppy taste. Like if you love IPAs and like barley wines, this is like
Yeah.
And
nice
I
now.
do.
And he does.
I can see it being pretty high with the IBUs.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Do they list it
Does
here?
it say? I think it's actually only around like 50.
Is that right?
It's not too high.
Sometimes it's masked by, I mean, it's not like punching me in the face with the hops. It's definitely present and it's delicious.
And the aroma.
It's a smooth hops, like it.
But
if that makes sense.
sometimes with so much sweetness in there, like you would get with a barley wine, it hides some
Right.
of the hops. So that's why I kind of assumed, since it was pretty assertive as far as hops go, it might be pretty high up there on the IBU scale.
And for 11%, this does not have like any burn.
Mm-mm.
It's like
This is really drinkable
extremely
for
delicious.
something
Yeah.
that strong.
I think the only thing that tells you that it's so high in alcohol is just the viscosity of the liquid itself. Like
Yeah.
it's a thick beer,
Yeah.
so you're like, oh man, this must pack a punch.
My glass, just look, you can see all the sediment in there, and it's just dark and heavy in the glass.
Yeah, especially Brad got the last pour of the single bottle that we have here, so he has more of the sediment than the rest of us do. But it's still a pretty thick beer, even on our side.
Kudos to Hair the
Got a
Dog.
nice warm feeling in the mouth too.
Kudos to Hair to the Dog, and kudos to Ted. This is a
It's
Yeah.
a great,
fantastic
wine.
beer.
And so Hair the Dog's been around since like 93.
Yeah.
And then in 07, they actually switched to organic malts.
Oh, is that right? Okay.
So, which is classic Portland. Organic beers.
Find a way to make
Hops.
one that's good.
All right, yeah. Hair the Dog
You
is
say
doing it, yeah.
Amarillo? I thought I sent there is some Amarillo here, and Simcoe as well.
Right, this could be why I love it so much.
Yeah.
It's like so close to the Camel Toe at Peace. Like just Camel Toe, I think is around 9% alcohol, and it just is
That's a nice thick beer too.
right.
Yeah.
And nice and hoppy.
hmm Without being a dark beer, you wouldn't call it a dark beer, but it's still pretty thick.
Yeah.
So not something that you normally would see. This is our first time with the barley wines on the HopCast here, huh?
Right. First barley wine first.
Absolutely. So
It's good. I give it my stamp of approval.
On the Brad drinkability scale, even though this is 11, I'd put this in a 94.
wow, okay.
I might be an early night,
Yeah.
but
He would drink it.
I could drink this until I'm done.
The 2 hours of his night. he would
Please
be
call me when
drinking
you drink this all night.
If I could get this, I'd be drinking. All night.
I'm going to go with your same score. I think it's a fantastic beer. Obviously, my scale is not based on drinkability, just on overall beer experience. I'm giving it a 94 out of 100. This is fantastic stuff. I really, really enjoy it.
Yeah.
Look
Really
at
good.
the glass; just gets coated.
Yeah, yours is.
This is one of the better beers we've had in a while, I think.
Yeah.
We've had some good ones, too.
Right.
But this is like a standout.
Yeah,
I like it.
I like it a lot.
different,
Really.
different for the style, or yeah.
It's not. Yeah, it's not the same as I've had with other barley wines. Like you guys said, it's
It's not as
got the same
sweet.
thickness. Yeah, it's not as sweet, and it's got a little bit more bite to it, like hop flavor and everything. Which
So, yeah, sometimes
makes
it's
it
the-
really. It balances the sweetness out
Exactly.
very well.
Sometimes the English ones get a little, like, cloyingly sweet, where it's just, like, a little too much, you know? But this, I mean, I don't mind sweet as long as there's something to balance it out.
Right.
And this is, certainly, that's the
They
case
did
with
a
this.
very good job in balancing it out.
I can't wait till episode 152 next year. We're at
When we got when you
we're
have the,
comparing the,
the
09
08 to the 09.
Because I just wonder how the hops are gonna age. Like what's gonna come out more as
Yeah.
it ages.
I'm kind of thinking I might like it fresh
yeah.
more than aged. I'm sure it will hold up very well aged, but some of the things that I really, really like about this beer is the fact that it's really, really hoppy in the end of.
And it tastes like extremely fresh too. Like
Mhm.
Right, because we're
There's a nice freshness from the hops, yeah.
we're drinking this end of December. It's only been bottled for about a month,
right.
so that's pretty damn good.
Plus, they unlocked the key to my heart with the Amarillo hops.
Those are Ken's magic words.
They heard about it. They wanted a good review on the HopCast.
Right.
Let's throw some Amarillo in there.
Kim's gonna love it. They know Brad loves the camel toe.
Yeah.
They brewed this specifically for you guys. That's what they did.
This is they should rename this Brad and Ken. They have they have the Fred, the Adam, Ken
Yeah.
Brad.
So that was good. I'm done with mine. That was about it for me.
I don't want mine to end. I got to share it with Maeve. So
So we've got another great one for you on the other side. We'll see you then. Thank you.
all right, we're back for beer number 2.
And it is one of my favorite breweries, Three Floyds Behemoth Barley Wine.
Right. Before we go into that, I just want to note that Doggie Claws was 70 on the IBUs. So
Okay.
a little higher than I thought, and
Right.
it tasted pretty high.
So this is one of their seasonal ales.
I thought it was brewed all year.
No, it comes out once a year. And it's waxed and all that. So
It's fancy.
Oh,
It's a big deal.
Let's give it a pour and check it out.
sounds good.
During that pour, you guys mentioned that it looked cleaner.
Yeah, it looks Ken's looked like clearer and not as cloudy as the other one.
Well, yeah, definitely not as cloudy.
Yeah,
It's a much
And
more even color as
it's
well.
darker too.
There's a nice ruby red color.
Yeah,
Right. Similar head, like almost none.
Not too much. Alcohol kills the head. So the higher the alcohol, usually your head retention is going to go down.
this smells more like a traditional barley wine
Yeah,
too.
it's a much different nose.
Yeah, it smells much sweeter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it smells like alcohol too. I get a lot of alcohol in there.
Does it say what this is coming in? I thought this was around 10.5.
I'm not seeing it on the bottle.
I
Find out.
I assume it's above 10.
It's
I
around
would
10
assume
probably.
10.
Yeah.
Well, if I recall correctly, I read an article that all barley wines were made. The term barley wine was made because for beers over 7.
Over 7.
7.
It's an old
7 seems low. Yeah,
in
okay,
old
maybe.
English law,
Okay.
and then they just added the term barley because there's no grapes.
Okay.
Interesting.
So back in the day, it was over 7.
Yeah,
But now it's
These
traditionally
days, it's got to be over 10.
It's gotta be over 10.
yeah,
Yeah.
9 to 10.
Back in my day, barley wines were over 10.
currently in our day, barley
Right,
wines are
yeah.
over 10.
Take that, you
Kids are
old
going to be
farts.
saying, Grandpa, you don't know, barley wines are over 20.
You're just drinking wine now.
You might as well just drink whiskey.
Yeah.
All right,
let's do this.
That's good to taste. Okay, yeah,
It tastes exactly how I thought it would taste.
right. This is
From the smell that I got, that tastes
Right.
exact. That's what it was.
So I believe I've had this for almost a year now.
Mhm.
So it's not as fresh as the Doggie Claws.
Right.
So, but
It's a lot sweeter too.
I'd say there's a little bit of hint of the alcohol at the end.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot more like the other barley wines I've had. They've all been more kind of like this. They're a lot drier in the finish, and they taste a little bit sweeter.
closer
Like-
to the Donkey Punch.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
There's a sting from the hops towards the end.
Right.
I think it may have been more up front when it was fresh,
Mhm.
but it's been aging for almost a year now. So it's kind of taken a back seat. It's definitely sweet, more like the English style, but overall, still think that it carries its
it's
American,
Really good.
Oh yeah.
American style.
barley wine.
You'd
Barley
assume
wine,
yeah.
it's from Three Floyds. It was
Right.
heavily hopped in the beginning
Right.
because they don't ease up on the hops usually.
They're hopping.
And they shouldn't,
No.
Except for
because
that.
that's what they're good at.
Yeah, except for that gorge frock.
They could have used more hops on that one.
But no, it's a pleasant barley wine. It's not
It's
obnoxiously
yeah.
hoppy or obnoxiously sweet.
It is a drinkable barley wine.
Right, I only
It's not as sessionable as I would drink a lot more of the hair of the dog one. It was a lot more
Who
sessionable
wouldn't? Who
than
would?
the Three Floyds. It takes nothing away from how good this one is. It's just that.
Right. On the drinkability, sadly, I'd put this at a 78.
Okay. Well, I think
It's good though, but
Hunnemeder, I'm gonna give it an 85. I think it's nice and solid. Nothing over the top. Nothing fantastic about it.
It's your standard barley wine to me. I mean, that's kind of what it tastes like. It's
I think if I ordered it, had it, okay.
Yeah.
Next.
Yeah.
exactly
Here, the dog, I want more. More.
right. Kind of mad we only had one bottle of that.
And we.
Wait, Brad's got another one.
No, I know.
Hey, Brad, can you run out to my car for a minute?
I'll go lock my cellar.
Better go tell that troll that guards your cellar to keep it on.
He's got the old combination lock like all your parents had on the liquor cabinet.
Yeah.
To his cellar. Gotta
Let's
keep
hope you
Maeve
didn't
out of
use a
there.
Let's hope you use a different password, Brad, because 000 doesn't work.
I mean, it's kind of like Goose Island's Old Aberration. It's like the Donkey Punch from Sweetwater Brewery. I mean, it's and like even a couple we had up at the Great Lakes Beer Fest. There was 1 or 2 barley wines I had that had the similar flavor to this.
Someone did mention the color, the wax color for the years.
Yeah.
I think Three Floyds might do different color wax for the year.
That's
Yeah,
how
'cause-
you distinguish between one year the next. People age them and trade them and all that stuff.
Yeah, and so that's what me and Brad were saying. We noticed when we were up at the Surly Brewery that people were trading different colors, and one dude was really excited because he got yellow, or I don't remember what color it was, but it.
The
hard to get
last year,
now.
I believe, was yellow because the one that I had last year had a yellow wax
okay.
to it. This one's purple. as
But
you
I
can
got this same time you got your yellow.
I think the yellow.
see. I had
right?
mine before that.
Oh, before that. So you have maybe a 07?
Probably yes.
Okay.
Okay. Either that, or maybe they just do so many of one color. I really don't know, because the guy said the yellow ones were rare, or something like that. I don't know.
We should call up Three Floyds.
Yeah, you got them in
bad.
your 5, right?
Get him on
I
the.
drank that by myself. I should have saved it for you guys.
Get him on the right phone.
You got them on your 5, right? Can you call them up and see what's going on?
In
But
my
no,
five.
it's good beer. It's very good. Probably wouldn't need to drink more than a glass in a night.
But I'm interested to get another new one when we're up at Dark Lord this coming April.
When we're actually gonna get Dark Lord this coming April.
We will be there.
Right. If you hadn't heard,
I
which
will be there.
I'm sure you've heard because the HopCast is probably second to beernews.org.
At least for
they're doing
most
like
of
an
it, seems.
invitation thing this year for the Dark Lord, so you're gonna have to email them and you'll
Oh, really?
So like a
raffle,
lottery
so,
system of tickets.
So you'll know if
Crap,
you're gonna
we
get
might
Dark
not get it
Lord
again.
before you get there, which is good. But
Is there gonna be a bottle limit on it then? Or-
One case.
One
So
case?
6 bottles.
So as long as one of us gets a freaking ticket, we're set.
Yep.
Right, but if you're not on the list and you live close enough, you might as well go to at least try it. They're gonna have it there, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You can always trade with people while you're there.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, they do
Buy one off of
yeah.
someone who got it.
Unlike the Surly thing, they didn't have any of the darkness that you could try, but Three Floyds had Dark Lord
Right. And they
to
do
buy
the like
in little cups.
the oak aged and the vanilla bean.
Mhm.
And
But that's a whole nother HopCast.
we can't even go there tonight.
No,
Maybe
we'll
later.
save that for when we're waiting in line. 'Cause we're gonna need something to do.
But barley wines, big hit.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
good. They're one of my favorite styles up there with the barrel aged anything pretty much in a barrel is A-okay by my book.
Imperial stouts. You know.
Yeah, stouts and barley wines and bourbon barrel or oak barrel or
think
Except for things that actually were
Yeah,
originally aged.
the
in
stuff
those
that was
barrels.
actually in the barrel first. I don't like bourbon. No, but if you age your beer in it, it's amazing.
But Mitchell,
I-
anything.
Yeah.
Anything barrel aged.
Previously
Beer,
aged, always
bourbon,
aged.
whiskey.
So between me and him, he can drink the first part of the barrel, and then I'll age something and then drink the rest of it.
And this one is at 12.5%.
12.5. Okay.
All right. So it's higher than the
a little
other one,
higher,
which would
which
be why there's a little more alcohol.
It
flavor.
tastes that higher.
Yeah.
So.
Good job, Three Floyds.
Real good. Yeah.
Yeah.
But here are the dog.
See, they edged you out. I don't know if you should try one of theirs and
Should try one of theirs.
tinker with yours and see what you
how
can
much
do.
Collaborate.
hops they add. Oh.
Yeah, do a collaboration because that could be
That could be
damn good.
delicious. In the world.
That would. All right. Well enough. We're just babbling now.
Yeah.
We're really just trying to fill time.
All right.
So
HopCast episode
23.
23?
All right.
All right.
I'm
So
out.
join us with the barley wines.
Mitchell's out. We're
You
done.
would be out.
Cheers.